Hello and welcome to another episode of Mumbai se Manchester. This is Saurabh. I have Nikhil and a very, very special guest from MUSC Kolkata, Saul, on with us today. We are going to talk about a very, very big game, Manchester United versus Leeds United. We're going to talk about team news, opposition analysis, tactical preview, match predictions, and much more. So keep watching. So let's get straight into the team news and predicted 11. There are no major injuries for this game. Edinson Cavani is getting back to full fitness. He might not be in contention for the starting lineup, but he should make it on the bench for this game. There are no suspensions, no suspensions to talk about for this. So we have a pretty full squad to pick from. So for this game, we think David De Gea will come back and take his starting spot, especially after the goal that we conceded against Sheffield United, where Henderson and Maguire had a mix-up and we gave that goal away. Maguire and Lindelof will start as our centre backs. Solskjaer was questioned in the press conference about the pairing and how many games they have played and how many minutes they have played, and he was bullish about them being his top centre back partnership. So they are going to start. Wan-Bissaka is going to start on the right as the right back. We think that he's going to play a very important role in this game. Luke Shaw will replace Alex Telles just so that there is enough rotation, and we need some defensive stability after conceding two goals against Sheffield United. In the midfield, we might go with a two-man pivot while defending, or a three-man midfield while attacking. But we will have McTominay and Fred as the slightly more defensive position, and we will have Raiola's client playing in the more attacking role in the midfield three. We will have Bruno Fernandes, Martial, and Rashford as our front three. Obviously, Bruno being more of the number 10 or the false 9. That should give us a lot of attacking options off the bench as well. In this game, we might see Mason Greenwood, Cavani and Mata come in as attacking options. Daniel James, who has previously been linked with Leeds United, might get some minutes if we have a couple of goals advantage going into the last 30 minutes. Defensively, we should have Tuanzebe, Matic, Brandon Williams available to be picked in case we need defensive cover. So Saul, what do you think about the game, our Leeds United rivalry, and what do you think about Leeds as a team, how they will line up against us?
So the rivalry between Leeds and United go way back. They used to be a big deal during the 70s in the Premier League. And they were Manchester United's one of the biggest rivals back then. Since they've been away ever since, and we've been ruling the Premier League for some time, there seems to be a rejuvenated rivalry between the two clubs. And although there aren't going to be any fans on the stands, but then people all over the world are looking forward to this clash. And the main reason why Leeds is such a big deal is because of their coach, which is just purely based on the way they play their game. Bielsa believes in high intensity gameplay, which is sort of like an end-to-end direct attacking play with a lot of possession. They like to put a lot of players forward and also overload to gain possession back from the opponent team. So their main playing style would be in the formation of 4-1-4-1, which generally transitions to a 3-3-1-3, where their CDM Phillips takes the ball from the goalie or the centre backs and supplies it forward. So they have the means to build up from the back and then counter attack. They're also a very high pressing team, and their fullbacks play very high on the pitch, which means like there's going to be a lot of play on the wings. So that's something that to look out for. As a team, so far they've scored 22 goals, but they've also conceded 24, which just goes to show that when they are on the press, on the attack, they are susceptible to counter-attacks. And Manchester United is a team who are good at counter-attacks. So it'll be key for Manchester United to take the right opportunity and go up front and score when they have the option to go forward. And I'm looking forward to a very open game with a lot of goals being scored on both sides. The player to look out for in the Leeds United team would definitely be Patrick Bamford. A lot of us have him on a fantasy league, and that's just because of his spectacular run. He's been almost scoring on every game, which is pretty crazy. And one other guy is the person who plays right behind him, which is Pablo Hernandez, the veteran on the team, and he's going to be crucial in making sure that the balls get to Patrick Bamford and he nails the goals.
So let's quickly take a look at what we can expect from Leeds when they have the ball. Firstly, we should expect Leeds to create a lot of scoring opportunities from open play. Till date in this season, Leeds have scored 22 goals in total, out of which 18 have come from open play. So that is one aspect we should be really mindful of. So secondly, when Leeds have the ball, we can expect them to swarm our half in big numbers. And at the same time, expect our midfielders and defenders to go in a low block and block any kind of shots that might come our way. And when that happens, we can expect Leeds to attempt passes from the wide areas or crosses and try to find their attackers. However, at the same time, United should be ready to counter. There will be plenty of opportunities for us to find open spaces and utilize them to create scoring opportunities. Now let's quickly take a look at how Leeds will look like in defense. As you have seen in some of the recent games, when Bruno has the ball, he gets double team or triple team by our opponents. So when that happens, our midfielders and defenders should actually offer some kind of help to him to relieve the pressure. And at the same time, we should expect our forwards to make those run into the channels in case Bruno has that innovative pass and help create a scoring opportunity. So Saul, talking about key players for United, who do you think will those players be?
I think starting off, Wan-Bissaka is going to be a very important player in the game. He has had a very mixed season so far, where he's been out of position a lot. And personally, I think that's because he tries to protect the center halves, like when he goes back to Lindelof and Maguire. So I think it'll be crucial on his part to be in the right position and make sure that he's there to put in his famous tackles and get the ball out whenever he can. So I think he has a very important part to play in the game. So that's my number 3. For number 2, I think Paul Pogba is a very important player. He seems like a man possessed on the field after the whole Raiola thing. So if he can give us that extra oomph and help our attacking players, like someone like a Greenwood or a Rashford or a Martial, to go forward and score goals, I think he's going to be a very, very important piece to the whole puzzle. Number 1 for me would be Marcus Rashford. This guy has amazing talent. He's scored a lot of goals this season. I think that if he can improve on his finishing a little bit and be more consistent, it's going to be very good for United. And his runs are excellent. He's going to be a little careful with the offside trap as well. He's been getting caught a lot. So if he works on that, works on his run and works on his finishing, I think he's going to score more than 1 goal in this match.
What are your thoughts about the final score?
I'm going to be a little pessimistic and go for a 2-2. So I think this is going to be a very open match where they're going to be like a lot of end-to-end play, which means a lot of goals are going to get scored. Neither of the team are known for their defensive abilities. So that's why I think there are going to be at least 4 goals in total. And I'm looking forward to a lot of attacking play, but hopefully we win. I'll be very happy to be wrong.
Let's hope Manchester United score as many of those 4 goals in the game as possible.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, thank you so much for watching the video this far, and thank you so much for Saul, who was our special guest representing MUSC Kolkata. Please like, share, and subscribe on MUSC Kolkata's page as well. We'll drop the link in the description, and of course, like, comment, share, and subscribe on this channel, and continue watching. Thank you.